What's up, everybody? It's OC Motor back at you with another one on Chris Got Games, and today I'm sure you're wondering what we're going to be talking about. Before I get started, I'd like to give a shout out to Illuminist58 on YouTube. Illuminist, ILLUMONIST 58, Illuminist58 commented on my video. So I'd like to give a shout out to Illuminus58. Go subscribe to his channel and hit the notification bell, share with friends, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, like the video, dislike if you want to. And without further ado, today I'm going to be covering two topics: xCloud and Joy-Con drift. So let's get into xCloud. So xCloud is a service through Microsoft that has to do with Game Pass, and I don't think a lot of people are touching on this. Now, I like Xbox, I like Game Pass. I have nothing against Microsoft or Game Pass, but I want to bring up a problem that I don't think anybody's talking about with xCloud and Game Pass, and it has to do with phones in particular. Now, a lot of people say, oh, xCloud and Game Pass is the future, but what they're not realizing is more than 60% of Americans don't have stable internet connection. So, people are falsely advertising xCloud on cell phones because, if you don't have a high budget cell phone, if you have a $30 cell phone with basic internet, it's not going to run Game Pass or xCloud properly. So I'm tired of all of these people hyping up xCloud and Game Pass, especially on mobile devices, when it's just not legitimate. Now, in the future, it may become legitimate, but, in different parts of the country where internet is scarce, you're not going to be playing xCloud or any of these games on a cell phone, especially if you have a basic cell phone. I can do it because I have a higher budget cell phone. So I wanted to take that, and then I also want your opinions on how do you think streaming services like Stadia, xCloud, and stuff like that. Another thing, sorry for me like bouncing back and forth in my videos. It has to do with my mental health, and it just is what it is. I don't edit my videos, so it's just going to be something you're going to have to deal with. Take it or leave it. I think it adds uniqueness to my channel, but that's just the way it is. I can't help it, so bear with me on that. But another thing I wanted to talk about xCloud is how do you think cloud gaming is going to affect the lifespan of digital gaming? Because right now we're just transitioning into the digital era and also transitioning into the cloud gaming era. But do you think cloud gaming is going to take over digital gaming? And if so, do you think it's going to shorten the lifespan of digital gaming? Because look at how long physical media has lasted. And, digital media is not new, but, there's going to be a point in time where everything goes all digital, and then cloud gaming is going to be better. So in the future, that's what I want to know, and I don't think anyone's really discussing this topic, is how do you think cloud gaming is going to affect digital sales, and if it's going to affect digital sales, or if it's going to shorten the lifespan of digital gaming or digital sales? I'd like to know in the comments your opinions on that. And also another thing I want to touch on regarding xCloud and Game Pass is I hate all of these people that are simping for Game Pass and xCloud, because I've done some research and I found out that the numbers of the user base of xCloud and Game Pass is severely inflated. It's severely blown out of proportion, and there's actually bots that are being set up purposely to create xCloud accounts and Game Pass accounts to inflate the numbers, to make it seem like the service is more successful than it actually is. And I don't think enough people are talking about this, but there are bots that are being set up that are inflating the numbers of Game Pass and xCloud and the user base of it. And that's just something we have to deal with now that we're getting into the digital era. And another issue that's going to arise is scalping. So, before digital gaming and the digital era can fully take off, I think they're going to have to really deal with this scalping issue and, and stuff like that too. And hackers, and stuff being able to be getting hacked. But I just wanted to say, I don't care what people try to tell you, but the numbers of Game Pass and xCloud are severely inflated. The numbers are actually not that good of people that are using it. It's just falsely forced inflation by Microsoft to try to push their cloud service in gaming. And also, the second topic I want to touch on is Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift. Now, Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift is also severely inflated. Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift is pretty much a non-issue compared to how many people have a Nintendo Switch and how many people have actually experienced Joy-Con drift. It's a non-issue. And what happens is, I don't know if it's that it's a console that mostly little kids play. More little kids play it than adults. So because there's Joy-Con drift or drift on the controller, which happens on every system, maybe that's why it's brought to the light more, is because it's a Nintendo. And maybe it has to do with the pricing of the Joy-Cons, that they're, not that cheap, that it's coming to limelight. But the Xbox 360 had bad drift issues. The PS4 has bad drift issues. And nobody really wants to talk about that. They want to talk about the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift. And what's happening is, a lot of people, because social media is such a big platform now, a lot of people are making these controllers drift on purpose. And we have the cancel culture out there and whatnot that is making these things drift on purpose and making a bigger deal out of it than it actually is, just because they don't like Nintendo or they're jealous of Nintendo or whatever it is. But maybe I might experience Joy-Con drift. I haven't yet. If I do, then I do. But I'm still going to go with my claim that I believe Joy-Con drift is a non-issue. And I think that's why Nintendo has labeled it a non-issue, because if you look at the numbers of people that actually have Joy-Con drift and the number of people that actually have a Nintendo Switch, the numbers are so low with the Joy-Con drift that it's actually a non-issue. We haven't, and the thing is, we haven't even got the official numbers of how many people have actually had Joy-Con drift. But I guarantee you, if they release the official numbers, it's very low compared to what the internet is making it out to seem. So, if you unsubscribe from my channel because I'm hating off of Nintendo or Microsoft because of these two issues, or, I'm simping for Nintendo or whatever you want to call it, then go ahead and unsubscribe. More power to you. It doesn't do any harm to me. I want to know your thoughts on Joy-Con drift as well. And it's just, unfortunately, blown out of proportion. And it's just sad that, because social media is such a big platform and we have the cancel culture and stuff like that now, that people are people are blowing something out of proportion and making it out to be something that it's actually not, and so I just wanted to touch on those two things and get your comments on what you think about it, and let me know down in the comments section below. And without further ado, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Just some discussions about what I feel about those two issues, and that's it. Signing off on another one at Chris Got Games, OC Motor, C Ducats. Yeah, and that's it. Peace.